If you're watching this video, it is because you're looking to make changes and create order in your environment, which is a reflection of how orderly your cranial universe is. Yes, your wonderful brain is asking for a change. When we created this workshop called UCO with 4 masterclasses for full activation, the first thing I did was to put it in practice in my life. Here in Vimes, everything that we teach is effectively tested, and in my case, the results were amazing. The truth is that when your brain is organized, everything around you becomes organized. As explained by Tao Rivallo, a psychologist who specialized in cognitive behavioral therapy, cleanliness and order greatly influence our mental health. Human beings tend to always search for a balance, both internally and externally, and that has to do with our environment. If we look around, everything requires order, even in nature. So we're programmed for that order. I've experienced enormous changes in my life by applying certain things. I thought I was a very organized person, but the truth was I didn't realize I was rigid. So the question arises, what is the difference between being orderly and being rigid? Well, our health helps us to answer that question. If to keep your environment clean and beautiful and your life in order with an agenda and a good schedule, you end up with body pain, pain in your back, a tense neck, I assure you that you are rigid. You're not enjoying the process of being organized. This is a sign that enters your brain, and the brain then sends that message to your beautiful body, and there go the aches and pains. On the contrary, if you enjoy doing what you're doing while you're doing your chores, you fulfill your daily goals, you start by writing them down without spending a whole lot of time on it and no stress, then it means you're doing it really well. You're relaxed, and your body's like, this is good. It tells you when you finish your task to even applaud yourself and say, job well done. Now rest. That was my case, and then that was of the first participants as well, their experience of the Masterclass UCO, which is short for Organized Cranial Universe. From rigidity when organizing their environment and their life in general, they discovered that flexibility is the key, and they began to see with each workshop challenge that organizing can be relaxing and positive in every aspect. Now let's talk about the benefits you'll get by doing your UCO workshop. First, you'll learn simple techniques that are very effective when it comes to organizing yourself at home, work, or even with schoolwork. Your personal organization from this moment will be very different. The second is you will optimize your mental health while your environment is organized, achieving full balance. Remember, mental health is fundamental in every aspect of our lives. Third, you will enjoy the accompaniment of an instructor who's a coach. You'll have daily communication with her and with your classmates. This is something other online academies do not offer. You will have the skills to put into practice with your family, with everyone else who wants to. And we could also mention that the support material you receive is unlike any other. In the information of this Masterclass UCO, you have everything in detail regarding the benefits of doing this amazing, organized cranial universe workshop. Hello. Welcome. So glad to have everybody here tonight with us. My name is Karen Marinez. I'm an emotional wellness coach. Tonight, we're going to talk about finding our purpose in this life despite living in a chaotic world. So just everybody can pile in. I see everybody saying hello, hello. That's awesome in the chat. We love to hear from you. This is really exciting. I look forward to, I live for Monday nights at 8 to be with you guys. If I'm looking to the left, it's because my phone is here and that's where I'm seeing the chat. If anyone is trying to participate in the chat and they are not able to, it probably means you need to subscribe. So hit the subscribe button, wait about a minute, and then you should be able to talk to us because we would love to hear from you. Where's everyone from? We have my dear Elvin from New York in the back. Keisha from Hempstead, Yolanda in Palm Bay, Florida, Anne-Marie in Springfield, Mass, Joanne, Springfield, Mass, PJ, hi, PJ in South Carolina, Roxy Ebony, also Palm Bay, Florida, Shawnee Boo, hello from Phoenix, Deborah Owens, Chica MB, also in Florida. Deborah, where are you chatting from? So good to have you guys. This is a good time if you want to invite other family or friends, you can send them the link, share it, and they can join in with us. Okay. Deborah Owens is also in Springfield, Mass. There's a lot of Springfield here. So it's a competition between Springfield and Palm Bay, Florida. Very nice. It's so good to have everyone. So let's get started. This life purpose, right? Having one implies having a deep and meaningful reason that guides our actions and decisions. It's the internal compass that guides us towards our goals and objectives that go beyond mere survival or the search for pleasure. It can manifest itself in various areas of life, such as work, personal relationships, service to others, or personal growth. I looked up a few quotes. I love quotes. And so I'm going to insert them throughout our time together. The first one is from Steve Maraboli. He says, "You were not meant for a mundane or mediocre life," with an exclamation point. We weren't. We're not here to just live a humdrum, what am I doing today life. No, we need purpose. And it's for our emotional and mental health as well. Because when we feel lost or without direction, it's easy to fall into apathy, anxiety, or depression. A lot of people feel that because they don't have a clear purpose. But when we have a clear purpose, it gives us a sense of direction and meaning, which can increase our self-esteem, our emotional resilience, and our overall sense of well-being. Also, having a purpose can act as a buffer against stress because it allows us to face life's challenges head on, but with a greater sense of control and determination because we know where we're going. Okay, look at this quote. It didn't say who wrote it, but I love it. It says, "The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experiences. The mystery of human existence lies not in just staying alive, but in finding something to live for." Isn't that beautiful? I love that. We have to live, we have to experience, we have to taste and newer and richer experiences every time, but we have to have clear direction and something to live for. So regarding the relationship between life purpose and financial success, there are several dimensions to consider. While purpose in itself doesn't guarantee material wealth, a lot of times we're not even looking for that, it can influence our attitude toward work and money. So people who have a clear focus or purpose tend to be more motivated and committed to their career goals, which can translate into greater work performance and ultimately greater opportunities for financial success. Because if you love what you do, what do they say? You'll never work a day in your life. You just work and you do it and you love it, whatever it is. And you may say, I don't know what my life purpose is. I know why I'm here. A lot of us know why we're here, right? But my particular life in my individual world, how do I identify it? It's a gradual and reflective process. So if you have a pen and paper, I'm going to give you some questions you can ask yourself to help you find out. Okay. One is, what activities make me feel most alive and fulfilled? That's a really good one. Another is, what are my core values and how can I express them in my daily life? Because everything should be congruent. Everything works in accord with the other in our life. What problems or injustices in the world concern me deeply? How can I contribute to the well-being of others and make a positive difference in their lives? A lot of times our life purpose involves other people, helping them, right? And here's another one. The last one is, what legacy do I want to leave behind? Beautiful. When people are talking about us, what are they saying? What do they remember about us? Did we leave a mark when we left the room or perhaps even leave this world? What legacy do I want to leave behind? So exploring these questions as well as seeking feedback from friends, family, or professionals can help us clarify our purpose and live a more meaningful and fulfilling life. In short, having a life purpose not only benefits our mental and emotional health, but it can also influence our financial success and our ability to face life's challenges with determination and resilience. Because we get knocked down, but if we have a clear purpose, we get back up and we keep moving towards it, right? And we've talked about finances here on this channel. We all need money, right? So we want our money to be linked with something that brings us joy and pleasure. What goals should I set to achieve my life purpose? So determining the specific goals that will help you achieve your life purpose depends largely on what the purpose is. But here are some suggestions to get you started. One is self-exploration and self-knowledge. So before setting specific goals, spend time reflecting on what your values are, your passions, your strengths, and your weaknesses. That'll help you to have a clearer understanding of your purpose and allow you to set goals that are aligned. Again, there's that alignment, that congruency, aligned with your interests and abilities. Very important. Education and personal development. Identify areas in which you need to grow or acquire new skills to advance toward your life purpose. This could be formal education, but it could also mean taking a few courses, reading relevant books, podcasts, or finding mentors to guide you on your path. The other is a professional career. If your life purpose is related to your career, you can set professional goals that help you move in that direction. And this could include reaching certain milestones in your career, gaining experience in a specific area, or working toward a goal or position that allows you to meaningfully contribute to your purpose. If any of this rings anything in you, something resonates, feel free to put it in the chat. We would love to hear. Or if you already know what is my life purpose, please share it with us. We would love to hear from you. Personal relationships. So relationships with others is also an important part of life and can influence our sense of purpose. Setting goals related to strengthening your personal relationships, like spending more time with family and friends, cultivating new friendships, or finding relationships that support you on your path toward your life purpose. Sometimes we say, I don't want any more new friends, right? But all of those things, pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone, can help us. Physical and mental well-being. Taking care of your physical and mental health is essential to achieving any significant goal in life. So we should set goals related to regular exercise. We've talked about this, healthy eating, right? Stress management and taking care of your emotional well-being, which of course you can find on this channel. That's why we're so happy to have you here. Contribution and service is the last one. If your life purpose involves making a difference in the world or contributing to the well-being of others, set goals related to service and contribution. It could include participating in volunteer activities. A lot of us here do volunteer work, right? Donating time or resources to causes that you care about, or developing projects that could have a positive impact on your community or the world at large. So here's a method that will help us to set our goals. It's called the SMART method, SMART. Marion from Springfield, welcome. Good to have you here. Has anyone ever heard of that method, the SMART method?
Goals should be set, and here we go. S is for specific. If you're taking notes, you could write it down. Specific. M is for measurable. A is attainable. R is relevant. And T is time bound. So it's important to be flexible and willing to adjust your goals as you progress on your path toward your life purposes and new opportunities or challenges arise. Anne-Marie, that's a good reminder. You remember the SMART method, Anne-Marie? So let's talk about 4 strategies to help you explore your life purpose. One is deep self-exploration. A lot of people have an issue with that. There are people who don't like spending time with themselves. It makes them uncomfortable. But if we spend time reflecting on ourselves, our goals, what are my passions, my strengths and weaknesses, you can do exercise like journaling in your therapeutic journal or your bullet journal. You can make lists of what makes you happy or energized. We all have something that lights something in us. Reflecting on significant moments in our lives. When was it that I felt like way up here with happiness? Something that you might say, wow, I was born for this. That can lead you into what is my passion? What is my life purpose? How to identify what you're passionate about. Look at activities or causes that excite and inspire you. Think about times when you feel completely absorbed in what you're doing. That's like the pinnacle. In the UCO class, we talk about a triangle. And up here at the top is our life purpose. And then here's the triangle. Right in the middle is goals, our different goals that will lead us to our life purpose. And then at the base is objectives. So the objectives are like smaller goals that lead us to the bigger goals, but they all should lead us to our life purpose. When we are so absorbed in something that we forget to eat, that we lose track of the time, that's it. That helps us to say, what am I passionate about? Reflect on how you can incorporate these passions into your daily life. For instance, you may love animals. You may have a fascination with cars, baking, cooking for large groups, and you just get a kick out of seeing people enjoy your food, right? Steve Maraboli, here's another quote. Sometimes it's the same moments that take your breath away that breathe purpose and love back into your life. Beautiful. Roxy Ebony says, first time hearing of SMART. Yes, it's a really good way to focus on our goals and set reasonable goals. And Anne-Marie says drawing. Yeah, and you just get lost probably. So here's another thing. Visualize your ideal future. Use your imagination for wonderful things. A lot of times we use our imagination and we think of the worst thing that could happen. Well, I'm not going to do that because what if that happens and I'm not going to have the time. Use your imagination and let it run wild. What would your ideal life be like in the future if there were no limitations? Create detailed visions of what you would like to achieve in different aspects of your life, from work to personal relationships and personal growth. All of those things form our life. You know, there are some people who are very unbalanced. They live to work and they work, and then they have several divorces. The children don't know who they are or don't want to have a relationship with them because they're so focused on work all their life. They've totally neglected personal relationships or other things, personal growth. There's no balance. We want to have a balance and achieve these happiness in different aspects of our lives. Another thing is to experiment and try new things. There are people, we have to get out of our comfort zone. The brain does not want to get out of comfort zone. The brain pushes us to just stay there. But when we experience new things, it gives us a zest for life. You can try different hobbies, different activities, different areas of interest, right? Maybe you don't know how to swim. You can take a swimming course. You want to learn something on the computer. You can take a course, right? Or look on YouTube. You want to learn how to play the guitar. Step out of your comfort zone and try new things. It will add meaning to your life, and you'll feel more fulfilled and connected to your life purpose. These strategies can be a useful starting point to help you explore your life purpose and find greater meaning and direction in life. And be patient, because the discovery process can be gradual, and it's okay. It's also okay to try different approaches until you find what really resonates with you. Roy T. Bennett, here's another quote, said, "If you have a strong purpose in life, you don't have to be pushed. Your passion will drive you there." Wow. Yeah, beautiful. So even though life can be chaotic, we'll have a clear path to go on in our own world. You know, you could say, I know where I'm going. All of this is going on around you, chaos, but I know where I'm going and which strategies to use to reach my goals. And we have direction, and we wake up and we're focused and we're happy. There's a zest, there's a thing inside of us, a passion. It's beautiful. Two more quotes I wanted to share. Don't wish for it, work for it. I love that one. Dr. Just says, propio mundo. Yes, our own little world. Just what are we doing in our own little world? That's another thing. It's so, a lot of times we're uncomfortable changing our own little world. So we're in everybody else's life. Mom and dad, my husband, my children, the neighbor, the best friend. Well, she needs to do that. Daddy, you need to try that. Hubby, you need. Because it's easier to try to change other people than to change ourselves. We don't want to do the work because, again, our brains, it's not laziness. Our brains love comfort. It's happiest, comfortable. It doesn't want to change. It doesn't want to do. It doesn't want to doesn't want to do anything new. We have to push it. And so in order to do that, and again, all that self-reflection, all of that takes time. We have to sit with ourselves. We have to get to know who we are. We have to give ourselves that time. A lot of times that's the root cause of why we overbook, overextend ourselves, because we're afraid of what's here. And it's not our fault, we just weren't taught to do that. We didn't see our parents do it, we didn't see our grandparents do it. No one teaches us that on the TV. They definitely didn't teach it in school. You're taught to pursue excellence and go, go, go. But what about me? What about what I'm doing right here, right here? It is so important when we can be honest with ourselves and know ourselves and love ourselves and accept ourselves for who we are. Then I can find what are my passions? Oh yeah, my husband. No, what are my passions? What are my values? Right? I'm seeing some. Oh yeah, and Marie likes love that don't wish for it, work for it. Yeah, really good. And Dr. Jeff So says my life matters. It does. But if we don't care for it, we don't keep our little world nicely groomed and well kept and happy and satisfied. What we're giving to the world is crumbs. But when we care for ourselves first, what we give is of so much better value. We have to learn that. It's not taught, so don't judge yourself, but it's important. It really, really is. Okay, here's our last quote. Friedrich, let me see if I can pronounce his name. Friedrich Nietzsche. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Once we figure out what we want, we'll go after it. Obstacles, they come, but we don't even see. We just step right over because I want that, and we're focused, and we know it, and our whole organism is pushing us towards it. So we need to find things that we're passionate for. Forget about how we're going to get there. Just what do I want? That's why we let that imagination go wild. It's so exciting. So we started today the first UCO class. In that class, it's interesting. You think about organization, and that has to do with life purpose. Yes, because setting goals, it all leads to what is our purpose? What are we working towards? And so we started it today. It's very exciting. People have been sending pictures in our private chat of the organization that they're doing. Today was a simple, just choosing 3 bags or 3 boxes for what we're going to sell, donate, and throw away, right? It's easy schmeezy. It's stress-free. I've gotten already good feedback. People are saying, oh, I was so happy I had a smile all day because I didn't feel the stress. Because there are methods where you pull everything out of the closet. And then you have this mound on your bed and you're up till you get it done, 2, 3 in the morning, and you're exhausted. It's done, but I'm exhausted. I have a headache and I don't want to move. But this course, we move slowly through organization of the home in different parts of the home, but it all starts here in our brains. We organize our brain when we have a clear focus, then we do what we have to do, and everything just falls into place. It's a beautiful process, and that's how we were made, to have order. So the class is going on right now, but if you'd like to take the class the next time, we're going to put the link to the WhatsApp chat in the chat. Alejandro, si puede por favor subir el enlace. And if you have any questions, there he's on it. I tell you, he's good. If you have any questions, you can ask them in the chat on WhatsApp. You can also ask them here for the next couple of minutes. Could everybody do me a favor and like this video? It helps the algorithm, and YouTube will send this video to other people or suggest it so that others can benefit from the information. We're going to be a generator of well-being. Okay. And subscribe to the channel. Yolanda says, I'm getting ads interruptions. Okay. Yes, I was told that was going to happen. Now we are monetized. Our channel is monetized. So that's going to happen, but stay tuned and it'll just continue. It will play. It just gets interrupted. We're so happy to have you here. Big hugs to everybody. Be good to yourself. Find your why. Get to that top, that purpose in life. Figure it out. If you need questions, Vimes Life is always here for you. I'll see you guys next week. This is a really short one, 8:27, but that's good. You have more time to organize your life. Get ready for tomorrow. Today's Monday. Anybody have any other questions in the to put in the chat? We have 21 people. No, we have 21 messages. How many people do we have? We have 21 people watching. It's so good to have you. We appreciate you for coming by. Next Monday, we'll be back with another topic. And let me see. You're very welcome. Bianetra, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the information. Love you all. Big hugs. And I'll see you soon. Bye now.
If you're watching this video, it is because you're looking to make changes and create order in your environment, which is a reflection of how orderly your cranial universe is. Yes, your wonderful brain is asking for a change. When we created this workshop called UCO with 4 master classes for full activation, the first thing I did was to put it in practice in my life. Here in Vimes, everything that we teach is effectively tested, and in my case, the results were amazing. The truth is that when your brain is organized, everything around you becomes organized. As explained by Tao Rivallo, a psychologist who specialized in cognitive behavioral therapy, cleanliness and order greatly influence our mental health. Human beings tend to always search for balance, both internally and externally, and that has to do with our environment. If we look around, everything requires order, even in nature. So we're programmed for that order. I've experienced enormous changes in my life by applying certain things. I thought I was a very organized person, but the truth was I didn't realize I was rigid. So the question arises, what is the difference between being orderly and being rigid? Well, our health helps us to answer that question. If to keep your environment clean and beautiful, and your life in order with an agenda and a good schedule, you end up with body pain, pain in your back, a tense neck, I assure you that you are rigid. You're not enjoying the process of being organized. This is a sign that enters your brain, and the brain then sends that message to your beautiful body. And there go the aches and pains. On the contrary, if you enjoy doing what you're doing while you're doing your chores, you fulfill your daily goals, you start by writing them down without spending a whole lot of time on it and no stress, then it means you're doing it really well. You're relaxed and your body's like, this is good. It tells you when you finish your task to even applaud yourself and say, job well done. Now rest. That was my case, and then that was of the first participants as well, their experience of the Masterclass UCO, which is short for Organized Cranial Universe. From rigidity when organizing their environment and their life in general, they discovered that flexibility is the key, and they began to see with each workshop challenge that organizing can be relaxing and positive in every aspect. Now let's talk about the benefits you'll get by doing your UCO workshop. First, you'll learn simple techniques that are very effective when it comes to organizing yourself at home, work, or even with schoolwork. Your personal organization from this moment will be very different. The second is you will optimize your mental health while your environment is organized, achieving full balance. Remember, mental health is fundamental in every aspect of our lives. Third, you will enjoy the accompaniment of an instructor who's a coach. You'll have daily communication with her and with your classmates. This is something other online academies do not offer. You will have the skills to put into practice with your family and with everyone else who wants to. And we could also mention that the support material you receive is unlike any other. In the information of this Masterclass UCO, you have everything in detail regarding the benefits of doing this amazing, organized cranial universe workshop.